kasi yung syllabus ng...
Ay,
Okay. So, yung sinusundan ko kasing syllabus ay yung H2 Mathematics syllabus ng Ministry of Education sa Singapore. So, yung ordering ng topics na ginagawa natin, naka-based on instead of being based on TC7. So, medyo inconvenient din eh. Ang problema kasi, pag sinundan natin ng dire-diretso yung TC7, maraming topics doon na na-encounter mo na, medyo sayang na uulitin mo lang eh. Instead, ang gusto ko selections lang ng mga bagay na hindi mo pa alam.
Opo.
Kasi, yung sa graph sa tingnan mo yung mga, chinek mo ba yung, ginamit mo yung key para i-check yung odds?
Nung ano po?
Nung sa TC7.
Meron po siyang check? May key siya?
May key yan. Yep. Kaya ako pinagawa sa yung odd eh. Kasi para pwede mong i-check eh.
Okay.
At makapag-focus. Okay. So, teka, may physical copy ka naman, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Pwedeng pakuha. Tapos, para alam mo yung gamitin yung key, nasa page, nasa dulo. Tingnan mo sa answers to odd problems.
A1, 2, 3.
To odd numbered problems. Ito. Ang wala dyan yung mga proof.
Bruh.
So, yung... Okay, so, saan section to?
1 by 1 po. 1.1 po.
Okay, so, ngayon gusto ko gamitin mo yung key para i-check mo isa-isa. Yung mga solutions mo. Okay, let's look at... Nandiyan naman eh. Range, okay. Tapos, infinity to infinity. And then... Kasi pang ano lang to eh. Ang silbi lang talaga nito ay... I think yung yung introducing language of domains and ranges, diba? Na hindi natin ginagamit sa additional math.
Naba.
Buksan ko lang yung notepad. Teka, anong number yan?
Number 17.
Okay. Tingnan natin. At saka siguro yung first time dito yung mga piecewise.
Yung mga step functions pa parang gano'n.
Tapos, yung meron lang dito ay greatest integer function, which is also the floor function. So, walang ceiling function sa TC7.
Meron pong gamit talaga po nun. Like something real application.
Computer science.
Yung ano po, parang pseudo rounding.
Mm-hmm.
Yung float to int.
Ano yan eh? May separate book ako na ang pangalan ay Concrete Mathematics.
Bro.
Tapos, ang laman nun, panay discrete.
Aba.
So, ano yun eh, yun yung ginagamit nila sa, I think, Stanford dati for teaching the mathematics of computer science, or at least some part of it. Kaya, x squared minus 4 square root. Ano
Hindi
yan?
na.
Domain yan ng...
Nagulo yata po yung ano yung numbering.
Okay, so yung 19,
Hold on.
okay, tingnan mo yan, tingnan mo yung function. (13, 11, 13, 15, 17). So, zero to infinity. Okay. Ganito, wag ko muna mag-graph. Isulat mo yung y equals square root of x squared minus 4. Meron akong gusto pakita dyan. So y equals square root of x squared is equal to square root of x squared minus 4. Okay, square both sides. So, pag ganyan...
Hyperbola! I just saw it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a half of a hyperbola.
Mm-hmm.
Oo nga na.
Actually, kaya tayo magko-conic sections kasi para mas obvious yung mga ganyan eh.
Pwede po parang ano lang, yung ganito lang. Kasi hindi naman po natin exact eh.
Oo nga. Hindi naman tayo nag-expect ng exact eh. Not at this stage.
Basta something like that.
Siguro representative numbers lang kung gusto mo mag-ano. Pero ang ano kasi dito, sketch by hand eh. So, kahit na yung shapes lang eh. Okay, ito, nag-expect ako na maayos yan kasi ginawa natin yan sa AdMath eh.
Saka lines lang naman po sa. Oh no, nasa naman ako.
Paano nga ba nag-draft ng absolute value functions from AdMath?
Yung line, x minus 3 is x minus 3. X minus 3.
So when x is 0, y is negative 3. So para na mas-sketch out natin yung line.
Tapos mirror.
Oo. Tapos when x is equal to... sige. So ang range niyan ay so 0 to infinity. Tapos special pick 3 points para lang ano. So ano ba yung mga special points dyan? Tingnan mo yung sa ano. Look at the function again. So saan siya nag-0? Tapos ano yung y-intercept?
By 1, slope 9. Ayun. So medyo mali yata.
Ano yung label ng scale mo?
1:1 po, unless na nilagay.
And I mean, ano yung 1?
1 ganito po. 1.
So yung one small division is 1. So ang scale mo dapat, yung major divisions may label 5, 10. Para lang klaro sa reader. Yeah.
Wait, slope 1. Mag-intercept. Okay. That.
X minus 3, no? So when x is 0, 3 dapat. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Square root of 9. Okay, y equals something. Circle, half circle.
Y equals x, y squared plus x squared equals 9. So
Mabo.
circle.
Circle.
Pero half. Kasi magkakaroon ka na ng negative.
Principal po.
So kailangan natin yung positive half lang ng y.
Ganun. I'm lazy to draw a circle, so I will just insert one. Give me a circle. Smaller.
Ano radius ng circle?
Three po.
So kailangan pa siyang i-rescale eh.
And that looks normal.
So kung 3 yan,
well, actually, I can just label that one as 3 po. Genius.
sige.
So, ito, dito, slow trace. Slow lang.
Kaya, hindi yung buong circle yung kailangan natin, di ba?
Hindi nga ba? Tinatrace ko lang po.
So,
this will be used for future reference. Hey, it turned out better than I expected.
Okay. So, ano domain, anong range? Nasaan na?
DR.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah.
When x is 0, y is 2.
When x equals 0, y is 2. Okay. Timothy. Wait, y is... wait. 23. In the ratio 3.
10 times 3, that's 30. Plus 2, that's 32.
Yun. Alright. Maintain the ratio.
Tapos, when x is 0, y should be 2.
Yun.
Kaya bakit ganon? Parang may mali. Ano yan eh, di ba? Y, yung f of x, that's y.
Bro. Okay, so,
Gawa kang table ng representative points. Useful naman yun eh.
2. And then, plus, may ano naman po
Tapos,
may rules. So, I can use that for my advantage. Yun. Then, on the other side, there is another Honeyman Speaks. There.
teka, sigurado kang dyan siya nagfo-fold. Di ba dapat dire-diretso siya hanggang mag-zero yan? So, when x is, kailan naman nag-zero yan? At negative...
When does this become 0? When is it negative something?
Kaya ano yan eh, kaya importante yung, ano ba yung y-intercept? Ano yung x-intercept? Compute those when you're dealing with lines. And then from there, dyan siya magre-reflect.
Oh no. So,
or choose a different scale. Kasi masyadong maliit yung scale mo eh. Para kita yung 2. Yung 2 and 2/3. Gawin mo yung major division. Yung 1.
maybe this will be 1. Wait, what will be it?
Ngayon, gawin mo, alam mo yun yung 5 mo dyan, gawin mong 1 na yan.
Hindi pa pwede kasi hindi ko makikita yung yung slope niya.
Hindi mo kailangan i-complete ano yung slope. Magko-connect the dots ka.
So, parang ganito. Tapos yung...
Ganito. Sige. Try mo to. When x, sige, markahan mo. When x is negative 2/3, so kung yung scale mo ay 1 yan, 1, 1 yung major division, nasa yung 2/3. Negative 2/3, I mean. So, divide that into 3 pieces. So, somewhere along, yan. Ngayon, nasaan yung, pag 0 naman, di ba, x equals 2. So, meron ka ng 2 points. Just connect that with a line. Okay. Ngayon, yung third point. Kailangan natin
pwede ba? Hanggang dito.
Diba?
So, reflect din. Yan.
Oo.
Tapos, ito rin.
Or pwedeng yung part na yan, ang gamitin mong graph, y equals negative 3x minus 2. Tingnan mo.
Y equals negative 3x minus 2. Y equals, when 3x is equal to 0, yes, okay.
So, ano yung y-intercept, no?
Lang.
Teka.
Negative 3.
Yung scale natin, di ba? So, dapat negative
3 minus 2.
So, dapat, when x is 0, mamamatay yung 3x. So, dapat negative 2. So, reflected yung...
Nalito ako, kala ko. I thought the x was 0.
Tapos, yun na. And then, gawin mong broken lines yung nasa ilalim ng x-axis. Or burahin mo. Doesn't matter which one you choose to do.
Die. Ayan, die. Okay. So that's it.
Yeah.
So this is equal to x minus 5. Easy peasy.
Wait. Ingat dyan. Anong value ng function when x equals negative 5?
Wait, x equals 5, but x is not equal to 5. Negative 5. I forgot.
So,
okay, so there is a hole. Where is it? Here. Hole. Is it really just, is the term just really literally whole?
Kaya patingin, yung whole ay nangyayari sa x equals -5. Hindi at y at.
Yes. Dito. Wait. At
So
x,
when -5, ano yung value?
nandito.
Dapat, kung walang whole.
Wait. Nandito.
So drawing mo na yung butas.
Or,
Tapos, check natin yung intercepts. When x is, ano yun? When x is 0, dapat -5, no?
nga ba? So,
Tapos, when x
over.
is -5, -10. Okay, yan.
Sisirain mo siya.
Tapos, make sure na may butas. Okay. Actually, before I move on from that, example yan ng isang function na ang limit as x approaches -5 does not exist. That exists, but the function does not exist. So the limit exists, but the function value does not exist. So may mga ganyang cases kasi. Okay. So yung 29 naman.
29, this is problem. Is equal to what? X equals x plus 3, probably. Okay, I'm just guessing.
Teka. Anong number yan?
29.
29.
29.
So, -4, 3. So, x minus 3, x minus 1. Wait. Paki-check. Ano yung factored form ng numerator? Pwede pakita mo yung simplification.
While x is not equal to, yung...
Pakita mo yung factored form muna ng x squared minus 4x plus 3. Kasi mali yan.
The x number.
Tapos x minus 1. So ang domain except x equals, okay. Tapos ganun ulit. Ano yung pick representative two representative points? So x minus 3, so when x is equal to 0, -3. Tapos when x is 3, belongs to 0. Ayan. And then connect. And then yung whole.
The whole is there. I will just keep notes. So the... Oh no.
Or lakihan mo yung scale. Kasi pag ganyan, di ba, mahirap basahin. Pwede ka namang mag-choose ng bigger scale eh.
And then where's the hole? Hole inside my mouth. Where is it?
So x equals 1.
The hole.
Okay, 1 minus 3 is -2. Tama. Wait. Ayan.
I almost forgot the sign. 31. So, signum function, yes. Okay. So, sort of. The mean equals infinity.
So i-download mo yung Spanish?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige.
Unfortunately, I do not understand Spanish.
Teka. Pag ganyang interval notation yan, di ba?
Abo.
That means everything between -2 to 2.
And including them.
So, ibig sabihin, kasama sa range mo yung 0, yung 1. Does your function actually take those values?
Okay. Okay, so wait, how do you represent this?
Yung set notation.
Yes, set notation. I forgot set exists.
So, set x such that top. O yun, pwedeng yan din.
Because that's literally the range. Okay, so when x what when this is when? Oh, no wonder
Oo.
yet. Okay, so when x is negative, what? X is less than 3. When x is less than, wait a minute.
So,
Oh,
when
I
x
was
is less
confused.
than or equal to 3,
So when x is greater than 3, it is -2. X is what? X is less than 3. Okay.
lakihan mo na yung scale mo.
X is, wait lang. So this is 3. So when it is oh wait. Okay, so when it's less than 3, that's a whole. Blah, blah,
Okay,
blah.
tapos,
Then here it is. Oh wait, it's the other way around. So this is including the points. And then here it is the whole. It looks like the heaviside function.
ano siya proportional and shifted na heavy side.
Opo. Ayan. So, points there. Wait. This is the last one I did. Okay. Nice. So the 33 C. Okay, C. Uh 33. Oh, no. I'm already getting lazy of writing them. I will just write everyone.
So when 2
Mm,
times 2 is 0, so -1.
looks like P. B.
Nasubukan mo na bang i-install yung external?
Hindi pa mo.
Kaya, naka-Windows ano kayo?
11.
Wala na naman ito sa Windows 11.
Ay. Oh no! Remaining meeting. 9:57. Okay. Still a lot of time. Mm, maybe I will just put the domains that are infinite. This one is infinite, I think. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm confused. Yes. Mm, yes, yeah. And then this one is also, I guess, yes.
Wait, teka. Pwede bang i-graph mo muna? Yan ang huli mo dapat na i-fill up eh.
Mm. G is equal to something when X is equal. Wait. Okay, so there's a massive jump. When X equals to suddenly Y. What? Yes, suddenly Y is equal to 0. When X is equal to suddenly Y is equal to 0. Yun. And then when otherwise it is 2x minus 1. What is 2x minus 1? 2x minus 1 minus 1 minus 1. And then 2.
Teka, anong number yan? Nahihirapan ako i-track kasi gumagalaw-galaw eh.
33 ba?
So 2x minus 1, no? Teka, let me get a card. So, when x is equal to 0, ang makukuha mo ay, teka, ano yung mga points? When x is 0, dapat
Big.
-1.
I think masyadong malaki yata po yung scale. Probably 2. So this is 2. And then, -1 here. Okay.
Tingin ko okay na yung okay na yung major division is 1. Okay lang yan. Tapos when x is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, minus 1 is 3. So, parang hindi nagmamatch yung numbers. Kasi, when x is 2, the whole should be at 2 times 2 is 4 minus 1, that should be at 3. Ano yung scale, ano yung horizontal scale mo?
Horizontal scale 2. Minor division.
Ano yung major division?
Major division 5.
5. Bakit? Di ba dapat ang value niyan 3? Anong coordinates ng whole? Plug in the value. Sa 33 yan, di ba?
Okay. So this one.
So, ano yan eh? It's always helpful to make a table when you're doing something like this. Make a table of representative points. Para lang, yung mga important points. Kasi, pag hindi mo ginagawa yung table, ang hirap i-track kung anong nangyari. So, lagay ka ng table, x, g of x. Tapos, kasi, the way it reads, mali yung scale. Kasi at x equals 2, ang lumalabas sa'yo 5. Dapat 2 times 2 is 4 minus 1. Dapat 3 yan.
Okay, so when x equals 2, dapat dito.
Gawa kang table on the right. XY.
Wait lang. Wait. Ganito pa parang calculator, yes.
Ano yung mga important points? When x is 0, ano yung
0
value?
to, when 0, when 0, -1, so this one is here, done. Nice. I only did 2 anyway.
Tapos ano yung coordinates? So yan yung, parang ako may coordinates ng whole.
So by 2s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh wait.
So ano naman yan, di ba? Kasi pag may graph ka naman, basta nakuha mo yung dalawang intercepts, maayos, okay, makukuha mo na yung Kaya lang, kasi, kaya ako nire-recommend na lakihan mo yung scale, yung major division, kasi, yung sa intercepts, ang liit, ang hirap mong makita. You're better off with a bigger scale, na a major division is 1.
String lang po.
At saka nakaka-strain din yan, di ba? Pag masyadong maliit yung scale, hirap makita. You're more inaccurate pag nagdo-drawing ka ng lines.
X equals square root something 4. Okay, blah blah blah.
Okay, quadratic yan. So, graph mo muna yung x squared minus 4. Before you decide on the range.
When
So, kahit na, so ano yung minimum? It should be y equals -4. at x equals 0. Tapos saan siya tumatapat sa ano? Saan yung intercepts? Okay. And then major division is 1. Para mas simple ang buhay sa x.
Pendulite. -2. Wait, what? Wait, it's 3. Okay, 3. 3. It is here for some reason. But why is this function, why does this function exist? The question is. -4 for dito.
Okay. So in that case, masyadong malaki naman yung major division na y is 1. So half in tig-2s yung sa y. Hindi mo kailangan na equal yung scale, di ba? Teka, yung sa x mo, ano yung major division? It's 1. Yung y, ano yung major division mo?
Major division, also 2. Also 2 po.
Teka, so yung nasa y-axis, and so hindi ganito, yung 0 to, so okay, 2 yung ano, no?
Awa.
So 2 yung sa y, tapos 1 yung x. Or 2 din yung x.
2 rin po yung x.
Oh, sige. Okay, so connect and then make a whole.
My brain either overestimates or underestimates it. Yun. Ayun. Lahat? Lahat.
Okay.
Pagamitin mo to.
So,
Yung kanina record? Kanina.
Okay, so binomial expansion. So gagamitin ko lang, I'm going to quote this without proof. Kasi po-prove natin yan sa later. So far, yung na-encounter na natin na binomial expansion, diba? 1 plus x raised to the n, and we can write it down as sum from m equals 0 to n of n m, x to the m, diba? Yeah. So the thing about the binomial theorem here is this is true for all x as long as n is an integer. Ngayon, if you want to approximate, let's say x is near 0. Yung first term na lalabas dito ay 1 plus x raised to the n is approximately 1 plus nx. And then tapos actually yung natira, yun yung magiging remainder natin. So for small x, we can approximate 1 plus x by 1 plus nx. So for example, gusto natin ma-calculate what is 1 plus 0.03 raised to the 99 or 990.
What an extreme case po.
Okay, so if we want to estimate this, a good estimate is going to be 1 plus 990 times 0.03. Ano yun eh, mga quick and, ang tawag dito yung mga quick and dirty approximations. And physics has a lot of this.
No.
Okay, kasi may mga cases na hindi natin talaga kailangan yung higher order terms kasi yung collection involved is going to be much smaller than the previous one. Okay, ngayon, paano kapag non-integer powers? So ito, integer, n is, so ang case na to, n is an element of the positive integers. And including, well, 0, that's going to be trivial. That's just going to be 1. Pero, ang interest kasi natin, paano kung rational power or irrational power? What if 1 plus x to the pi? We want to approximate that. So, for non-integer m, for n not an element of the positive integers, may extension yung binomial theorem. Ang magiging itsura niyan, so for x, for absolute value of x, this is going to be true for absolute value of x less than 1. 1 plus x raised to the, tawagin lang natin na a, ano mo magandang power? P na lang, small p, for power. 1 plus x to the p. It turns out na we can write this down as 1 plus p times x plus p times p minus 1 over 2 factorial p square, x square plus p minus 1 p minus 2 over 3 factorial x cubed plus p minus 1 p minus 2 p minus 3 x to the 4th over 1, 2 over 4 factorial, and then the pattern keeps on repeating. So tawagin natin na the nth term. Let t sub n be the nth term. Binomial coefficient, let's just write it down as let this be PCR na lang, for want of a better notation, PCN. Ang definition na gagamitin natin, so the binomial coefficient is just P minus 1, P minus 2, all the way to P minus n plus 1 over n factorial. So, usually, pag binomial expansion, ang ginagamit sa physics, normally up to first order lang. So ito, yung first order collection. Ito yung second order collection. Ito yung third order, and so on. This is an infinite series. So, non-terminate, dire-diretso lang yung computation yan all the way to infinity.
Bruh.
Okay? Kasi, may mga situations na kailangan mo mag-approximate ng fraction, ng square roots, nth roots. So, you can use this if x is very small. Ayan. Ngayon.
But if you have a calculator?
Hindi. Ang assumption kasi, paano kung ang gusto mong gagamitin mo yan for another, kasi kailangan mong integrate. mahirap mag-integrate may mga functions na mahirap i-integrate. So, ang ginagawa series sila. And usually, ginagamit yung binomial expansion to expand a complicated function as a series. Kaya may mga ganyan eh. For example, yung 1 plus sine x raised to the p. Sine of x is between -1 and 1. Suitably, kung sa suitable domain, may domain na between -1 and 1 siya. So, you can actually integrate that in case. For example, ito. Yung 1 plus x to the 1 plus sine of x. So, ano yung mga silbi niyan? For example, gusto mo mag-approximate na expression for the integral 0 to pi over 4 of 1 plus sine x. Halimbawa lang, sine of x raised to the, let's say it's raised to the 88. Ano yan eh? So, you can approximate this by you, or actually minsan kung ang ginagawa niyan, yung buong series yung ginagamit.
Bro?
So nm sine to the m of x dx. May yung sine to the m of x, turns out you can integrate that. May methods. Pero that's actually paano pwede mong gamitin yan. Okay, pero yung numerical kasi, yun, if you're calculating, for example, gusto mo yung square root of 65. Or ano ba yung mas malaking number? 144. So 145 square root. What you can do here is you can write it down as 144 plus 1 raised to the 1/2. And then separate square root of 144 times square root of 1 plus 1 over 44 raised to the 1/2. But square root of 144 is what? That's, ano ba square root ng 144? 12, no?
12 po.
So that's going to be 12. Tapos, yung gagamitin mo yung binomial expansion dito. So 1 plus 1/2, 1 over 144. So, yung correction mo, kuha mo, 12 plus 1 over 2 times 12, 1 over 24. Ano ba yung 1 divided by 24? So, this is approximately 12.041. Yung, ano mo ko nating number? You'll get 12 plus 0.0416 bar. No? Ngayon, if you compare that with the calculator value, square root of 145, yung calculator value ng square root of 145 is 12.04159.458. So it's good for this. So far, nagmamatch pag nag-round off, diba?
Opo.
Ayun. So yan yung mga example yan ng approximation schemes eh. Yung usually, i-rewrite mo yung number as something plus something, na something large that you can handle plus something small that you can that you can set aside for the moment.
Opo.
Okay, kasi yung minsan kung hindi available yung calculator, then minsan you have to resort to this. Or talagang nasa instruction.
Kaya po in case na hindi allowed yung hindi mag-aano yung calculator unless na hindi allowed po yung practical use.
Yeah, yung practical use niyan is actually not yung numbers, yung computing numbers eh. Yung mas practical na use niyan ay approximating functions.
Opo.
Kasi sometimes you have to analyze a function that's complicated, but you don't need full accuracy. So approximate the function. Sometimes you can use that, or you can use series for approximations. Si Newton, mahilig sa series yan eh. Yung, at least yung nababasa ko.
Opo.
Okay, so let's go back to, anyway, ito yung, ngayon gusto ko lang i-point out yan kasi yung mga separate into large and small, tingnan mo yung tingnan natin uli yung question dun sa yung Kenora, yung 798 times 195. What if you want to know, di ba may number tayo, 100, yung nakuha natin, 160,000 versus yung, so estimate is 160,000 versus yung binigay ni Nora na 15. What if we want a better correction? So, eto. Let me just copy yung numbers. So let's go. So we're still looking at the example from Practice Now 6. From NSM 1. What if gusto natin malaman, how accurate is that? And gusto natin na so ang pwede natin gawin dito, let's decompose 789 times 195 para lang may idea about the accuracy of the estimate. So 789 we can write down as 800 minus 11. Yung 195, we estimated that as 200. So 200 minus 5. Ngayon, we can do algebra. Tapos nun, minus 11 times 800 times 200. 800 times 5. Minus 11 times 200 plus 55. So, dito, pwede mong i-treat ito as ito yung zeroth order approximation. Yung combination na to, yan yung first order approximation. Ito yung remainder. Kasi yung subdivision na ganito, nadi-divide natin into more easily computable parts. Di ba? Kesa yung gagamitin natin yung algorithm ng 8789 times 195. Ayun. Anyway, yun lang naman na similar siya dun sa ginagawa niya sa binomial expansion na meron tayong first zeroth order approximation. Meron tayong ano yung next collection and then ano yung further collection. Okay, so yung ngayon, hindi siya importante for this specific problem. Pero kasi may problems later na useful na makita yan eh. Okay, so stop sharing muna ako. Ngayon, balik tayo dun sa next question. Okay. So, tingnan natin yung ganito. Paano yung process of estimation na ginawa mo dito sa Practice Now 7?
Practice Now 7.
So, nag-assume tayo na, ang assumption kasi dito ay, we're approximating and we're not actually doing the calculation na 25 na we're not doing the exact calculation.
So,
So how did you do the estimate?
25 times this one mo. 25. Tapos yung 4 times 25, 100. So, 25 may 1.5. Tapos yung...
Kaya, so, ganito, in-approximate mo ba yung 1,000 rupiah as to two significant figures?
To 3 po. 3 significant figures. 0.146.
I think yung ginagawa kasi dito ng text, yung approximation to at most 2 sig fig, 2 sig fig. Kasi 2 sig fig to 2 sig fig is easier to calculate in your mentally or kaysa yung magdadagdag ka ng extra digits.
Opo.
Anyway.
Inat ko na lang po yung extra digit just for accuracy. Pero actually...
Pero yun nga, yung point kasi ay yung we're not looking for total accuracy. Ang importante lang dyan ay a quick and dirty approximation. Kasi may mga situations na kung yung given hindi na naman ganun ka-accurate, it's not parang you don't do an accurate calculation if the given is not given accurately either. Parang it's not worth the hassle.
Abo.
Anyway, yun lang. So, at least yung ginawa niya, round off to 2 sig. From what I can tell, round off to 2 sig fig. Tapos dito, yung sa, yung kasi, yung straightforward method which involves a calculator is, kunin mo yung dollar per ml, di ba?
Opo.
Pero kasi, ang dito ay, let's say you have paper, you have a pen, and you don't want to do the algorithm of doing the computation.
Yung ko lang po dito is yung 30, 300, yung 50 is about 1.6. So ito ko $9. So approximately $9. Approximately 1.5 yung yung for that 50 milliliters. So 1.5 is not wait lang. So na siya.
Gusto ko makita yan, so 50 ml. So ang kinuha mo ay 50 ml of, how much is 50 ml of olive oil? So 300 divided by 50.
6.
So 6. So 1/6 ng 88.
Ginawa ko nga po 1/6 of 9 eh. Para 1.5.
Okay. Sige. Anyway, ito yung pakita ko lang kung ano yung naging reasoning ko. Kasi estimate the number of hours. Ito. Yeah. Para mas let me share my screen. Ayan, ginawa ko siya in sequence eh. 300, ano yung 100, and then ano yung 50. Tapos ano yung mga parts na ayokong i-calculate pero may idea ako about dun sa order of magnitude. Ito, yung 20 over 6, 20 over 3.
Nasa store na lahat po nung yung solutions.
Ano yan?
Nasa store na lahat po ng mga solutions ko po.
Nasa?
Parang XOR na.
Yeah. Nakasave yan sa computer ko eh. Ayoko nung, yung ano kasi usual kasi yung meron kang ganyan, para kung hindi ka connected online, hindi ka pa rin magtrabaho.
Opo.
So, yung external, yun yung note app ko. Teka, check ko lang yun, Kasi, external plus. So, ito yung GitHub. Teka, send ko sa yung link.
Yung GitHub repo niyo po.
Nandiyan kasi yung downloads for Windows and Yung advantage niyan, yung isa pang advantage kasi, I can use this to open a PDF and edit. So, pang-edit ko yan ng, basta short PDFs. So, usually ginagawa, kinakat ko yung PDF into something short. Tapos, edit. Pwede ako mag-add ng pages, pwede ako mag-annotate. So ano yan eh. So meron ko so nagiging notes ko rin yung or nagka-copy ako ng portions from the book. Kaya yung mga isa-send ko sa na materials, some of it will be in PDF form, although baka mas okay kung external form eh. Kung as long as meron kang sariling copy, may installation ka.
Opo.
Kasi yun, ang PDF kasi hindi mo ma-edit, di ba? Ito, at least may edit.
Opo. But
Okay na yan?
Yung question ko po, why would they sell 300 ml olive oil plus 50 ml olive oil if they can't sell a 350 ml olive oil bottle? That is the...
Actually, yan eh. Kasi naalala ko si Mickey eh. Si Mickey Fudolig. May kwento yung nanay niya eh about naghahanap siya ng budget meal sa Jollibee. So it turns out na may combination na instead of getting the meal, instead of getting a value meal, it's sometimes cheaper to buy yung separate pieces and combine them together. So may mga ganyan yan. Minsan kasi, for example, dito mas swerte na talagang lumalabas na mas mura yung isang bottle na 300 ml versus kapag bumili ka ng 300 plus 50 in terms of value for money. Pero there might be situations, anomalous pricing. Sometimes it happens na pag kinompute mo yung price per liter dun sa 300 plus 50, mas mura siya. When you have that kind of situation, you'd be a fool to just buy yung mga tig 300. You're better off buying the combination. Okay, so let's go to the next thing. So let's stop na yung share ko ulit, tapos balik tayo dun sa solution mo.
Mr. Rabbit, okay. Something. So this is a rather I was shocked that this existed. It's something from coloring book.
Pero ano yan eh. I think yung mga ganyan kasi kung hindi na pag-uusapan, hindi yan tututunan ng mga tao eh.
Opo.
Teka.
Please.
Na-check na ba natin lahat? Okay, yung 3C1 na. So, yung 220 divided by 30, no? So, okay, sige. Tapos, wait, ano yung conclusion?
Conclusion. Kind of. Not really.
Use estimation to determine whether Priya's answer is reasonable.
Yes. Where is the conclusion, though? I do
Hindi,
not.
kasi, di ba ang ano, so is Priya's answer reasonable or unreasonable?
Where's this one? Yan.
Teka, yung nakuha mong value ay 7.0 or 7.3. Yung claim niya, 70.3.
No, decimal point error.
So may decimal point error si Priya.
Her calculator is anomalous. Forgot to change the battery.
So unreasonable. No.
When you forget to change the battery of the calculator, this is what happens.
Or pwedeng ano rin yung may napindot siya na extra zero.
Opo.
Diba? Okay. Tapos yung estimation dito ay round off to 2 sig fig or 3 sig fig. Depende sa ano 201 at saka 40 madaling i-multiply So okay pa rin. Tapos ganito. Hindi pa natin napag-usapan yung measure of closeness. So let's just talk about that. So before you punta tayo dun sa share ko yung screen ko.
Parang ganun.
Teka. Yeah, let me share my screen. Yung concept na importante dito sa closeness is percentage difference. Ito. So, a way to measure how good an approximate value is percent difference. And it's also a way to, ito yung ginagamit din standard for measuring. How good is your measurement compared to the accepted value? Let's say, mas marami kasing, yung accepted, kasi mas maraming mga tao na gumawa ng measurement before you. So, kaya siya accepted. So, ang mini-measure ngayon, skill mo. Or yung, so in that case, yung percentage difference can be yung exact value. So, depende sa context kung ano yung magiging kung kailan i-define yan So, exact value. Tapos, approximate. Minus exact. Absolute value. Times 100%. So, to what percentage is it accurate? So, it's good up to yung sa tingnan mo yung sagot mo dun sa yung sagot mo dun sa wait, ano question yun? Yung sa number or your estimated values close, yung number 2. Try mong gawin yung gamitin mo yung percentage difference. Ano yung percentage difference ng approximation to yung exact value mo?
Isn't this parang standard deviation or something? Wait, what is this? Something.
Parang deviation, parang normalized deviation yan Yung pang-normalize mo yung best value. So, tingnan natin yung yung nakuha kong values, yung rounding off na ginawa ko dito to 2 sig fig. Kasi, tingnan mo yung values share ko sa iyo yung screen ko ulit. So, let's stop my and then let me share yung computation ko. Yung estimate, ito yung, di ba? Estimate with a calculator. Sorry, number 3. Kaya patingin uli ng number 3 mo. Parang weird yung ano eh. So for number 3, two sig fig. Kaya saan yung ano? Yung kanina, may tinatanong about accuracy, di ba? Let me look at number 2. Parang mali yung... So number 2. Okay. Yung 2013 times 39, yung rule of thumb dito, you should round off yung for example, yung sa letter A. Yung approximation natin, nila-round off natin to 1 sig fig. Yung sa letter A, yung ginawa mo, 1 sig fig yung 39, di ba? So, yung sagot mo should only be accurate to 1 sig fig. Ngayon, tingnan mo yung exact value, yung 78,507. If you round it off to 1 sig fig,
80,000.
Diba? So 80. Ngayon, paano yung rounding off mo dito sa ano, sa 2013 times 40? Yung pag round off mo to 2010, you're rounding that off to 3 significant figures. Dapat same ng number of significant figures ng 40. So that should have been rounded off to 2,000.
Abo.
So 2,000, and then if you try 2,000 times 40, ano yan eh, kaya tayo nag-round off na ganyan kasi in some way, nagko-compensate yung errors introduced by rounding off. So, kaya pag ni-round off mo to 2,000 times 40, 80,000, which is closer.
So when you actually keep more digits, sometimes it is farther.
Oo. Kasi, at saka ano yun eh, it helps you track how much you can trust the number. Kaya ano yun eh, kaya if you keep more digits, di ba, nag-round off ka to 2010 to 40, 1 sig fig yung isang factor, which means the product can only be trusted to 1 sig fig.
Abo.
Kaya ang ano yun eh, order of magnitude, pwede, pasok pa rin. Pero yun nga, dahil nag-introduce ka ng, in-include mo yung 2010, medyo lumayo.
Abo.
Tapos pwede mo rin gawin yan na ano eh, gaano kalaki ba yung 2013, write it down as 2,000 plus 13 and 39 as 40 minus 1. Pwede mo i-track tuloy kung ano yung errors na na-introduce. So, ganun din to. Yung sa number 2, pwede mo matrack yung errors by binomial expansion ng numerator at denominator eh. Okay, so let's look at yung number 3. Correct the 2 significant figures. Let me see. So use your answers to calculate. So 3.6 and 30. And then pag-divide. Ngayon, di ba dapat yung approximate answer natin? Kasi 2 sig fig yung 3.6 at 2 sig fig yung 30. Our answer should be rounded off to 2 significant figures. So it should only be 0.12. No. Ngayon, yung 3.612 divided by 29.87. If you count 0.120924004. Teka, share ko yung calculation ko naman. Ito. So, calculator value, I'm going to get this. And yung answer natin, nag-round off tayo pareho ng 2 sig fig, no? And then, yung naging quotient is accurate also to 2 sig fig. Yan yung mga nalaman yung mga rounding off rules na that's why may ano yun, na if you round off, the factor with the lowest number of sig figs will determine the significant figures of the product or quotient. And so kaya yung rounding off dito parehong 2 sig fig para yung sagot more or less accurate to 2 significant figures.
Opo.
Okay. Now, tingnan natin yung next. So, stop sharing muna ako. Tapos, ano yung next mo? Yung 3C. 4. ...274 kilometers. So, yung approximation na pwedeng gawin dito is 270 and round off 270 and 9, no? So 270 divided by 9. Yung 9 pag ni-round off, okay, so 30. Bakit 274 ito, di ba? Hindi. Tingnan natin yung 274 divided by 9.1. We're going to get 30.1 something. Yung 200, ngayon, if we round them off to the same number of significant digits, that's 309. So 300 divided by 9, that's going to be 33. But so kung tig 1 sig fig, so that's 30. Kaya ano yun yung i-round off mo yan to 300 kilometers, tapos yung 9 to 1 sig fig. The raw answer is 33 point something. Pero, because you have to round this off to 1 sig fig, which also gives us 30. And it's less effort, diba? 300 divided by 9 is easier to divide than 279 over 9.
Ano po when you get 31 liters of petrol, but then you're stuck in Manila traffic? Wala.
Yung kung yung calibration mo pangit di ba?
No,
nasanay ka sa traffic sa inyo. Okay, let's go look at the next one. Yung 1:2, okay na yan.
Lol.
So yung next. Okay, yung part na to, I think it's better to make a table on the side of ano yung rounded off numbers na ginamit mo. So for example, dito, skirts. That's going to be around 30. Yung cost per item, round off, that's 20. 18 becomes 20, 8 becomes 10.
Honestly, kung ako Paul, gagawin ko over rounding. Walang lower rounding. Walang pababa. Lahat over rounding. Para hindi kulang yung
Pwede gano'n. Pero I think kahit na yung ano yan kasi ang idea behind rounding off na sometimes yung some of the given will be higher, some of the given will be lower, and that's going to be random. So if you're going to have that, if you round off, yung randomness in the given will wash out.
Sana po, sana.
Yun yung assumption doon. Kaya siya, okay, 1 sig fig lahat. So 30, 20, 20, 10, 50, and 30. 60 and 20, 50 and 10. Pwedeng ganon.
Ayun.
Yung choices na ginamit ko ay yun actually yung ginawa kong choice eh. So if you look at the numbers generated, ano kuha ko naman 40,000. So
40,000
hindi ko pa sorry, 4,000 I mean. Tapos hindi ko kukulangin, hindi pa rin kulang. And it's good to 1 sig fig.
Opo. Pero in my opinion po, dapat better over kaysa under kasi baka makulangan na pera. Patay.
Mm. Or pwedeng gawin mo yun eh. Okay, may estimate ka na. Add extra.
Opo.
Kung if you're thinking about baka makulangan ka. O sige, yung number 7, tingnan natin.
Sayang wala pong Philippine peso ngayon. Maybe someday magkakaroon.
Yung ginawa ko dito nag-round off ako to 2 sig figs. So, pakita ko sa inyo yung process kasi or yung paano ko ginawa. Sinusulat ko kasi yung mga ito until ma-reach ko yung conclusion. So let me share my screen again. Ano yun it helps to write it down kasi kapag if you write it down, so for example dito, so nag-round off na ako to 2 sig figs, 0.41. Extraneous yung 0. Actually, kung nag-round off tayo to 3 sig figs, okay pa rin yung, that's actually 3 sig figs. And then, ano ba yung 100 niyan? That's 41. Then 25, that's 1/4, that's going to be 10. So, kaya lumalabas na 10. Okay. Yung number 8 naman.
Jelly beans.
Yung jelly beans.
Pag jelly beans pala, parang Jollibee. Without using a calculator with the better value. Okay.
Okay. So, ang ano kasi dito we're trying to avoid yung straightforward long division. So, yun yung niya. So, round off as much as possible.
Mahirap po kasi lapit mo ng numbers pag round off.
Oo nga.
Parang the same naman.
So, niyan, yung error tracking na ginawa ko, ganito. Pakita ko naman. So, share ko ulit. So, yung computation ko, okay, yung option A is going to be, so 300, ngayon, ini-estimate ko, di ba, $6 minus 20 cents. So, ang 100 must be 2 minus 20 over 3. Yung 500, okay, so times 5, tapos, yung sineparate ko into, okay, $10 minus 20 cents minus 2/3 of 20 cents. So, makukuha ko niyan $9.80 minus something. That's already less than 9.90. If we add the correction, mas lalong mababa. So, option A is better.
Nice. Nahanap mo without literally using a calculator to check.
Okay. And then let's look at the next one.
And let's look at the next one. Meron pala po. Okay, nice. Kala ko wala na.
So yung yung Ken, yung Korean, yung handbag in Korean won.
South Korean,
Medyo
South
actually
Korean.
yan medyo tricky siya. Yung shop, yung pakita ko sa yung ginawa ko for both 9 and 10. So share ko na.
Paano kaya po yung North Korean won?
Nag-round off ako.
Ano po? Bakit Korea
So,
won? Kung may North Korea pa po. Paano yung North Korean won?
Nagtitrade ba yung Singapore with North Korea?
Hindi ko po alam, pero in the case na they do, bakit KRW?
Baka iba yung lahat. Kaya, ano ba currency ng North Korea? Baka naman iba.
Won din, pero ibang sila yung
Okay, North Korea currency. Korean People's Won. So, KPR. KPW.
Sige po. Okay, see.
Teka, nasaan na? Wala na yung... Okay, so yung share ko ulit. So, ito yung ginawa ko lang yan. So, 900 yung Korean won. And then, gusto kong malapit sa 26 o 27, 30. So, nagano ko niyan. Ginawa kong 1 and then round off. And then, ano yung malapit sa 27? Para makuha yung 26,700. So, ayun. So, times 30.
Tama.
Okay. Ngayon, other thing. So, tapos na to actually. Yung review, yung exercise, yung end of chapter exercises, okay, you can do that, pero padala mo lang sa akin and then I'm just going to send my solutions so that you can read.
Opo.
Yung naman, yung gusto kong gawin ngayon, so starting this, kasi, yung next na gagawin natin ay scientific notation. So what we're doing is actually we're moving around chapter 1 of Resnick, Halliday, and Walker. Kasi ang problema ng Resnick, Halliday, and Walker, may mga parts na hindi kasi clear, hindi kasi na-encounter ng maraming American students yung methods of approximation. Tapos ina-assume niya na alam na may idea ka na.
Opo.
So, ang gusto kong gawin mo na problems, so yung next na gagawin natin is we'll be doing siguro just a recall of scientific notation. Ito yung, send ko yung file. Short chapter lang yun sa syllabus math 3, I think. Let me just check. Yung 3C. So, send ko sa'yo yung section na to para lang makita mo. May additional parts na nag-estimate. I think may part na yung powers of 10. Alam mo yung video napanood mo na ba yung video na powers of 10?
Yung po?
Ano siya yung ginagawa niyan, magsisimula yung video with a man and a woman. Yun yung nasa view. Tapos mag-zoom in, zoom out para i-match yung various powers of 10.
Aba, yung mga yung mga hanggang iota. Ano kasi po yung size ng observable universe? Parang yata po. Hindi yata abot.
Hindi ko alam kung ano yung actual size. I think yung main na problem naman ang problema ko kasi sa yung ages of the universe. I think yung medyo reliable na yung so many billions of years. Ang problema, yung before that, medyo pinag-aawayan pa eh. Kasi yung what exactly happened. Kasi may part, ang vague na naalala ko ay may part na nagsisimulang maging visible na yung universe. Yung early universe. Beyond that, yung view na harangan nung effects ng interactions at that time.
Opo.
So that's why you can't really tell kung anong at least hirap tayong sabihin what happened before that time. It's not that there was no time before that. It's kasi yung time na ginagamit sa Age of the Universe ay hindi talaga siya yung total beginning eh. Kasi wala naman talagang pagdating sa yung back, kasi bina-backtrace natin. And we're assuming that the laws of physics are true. At some point, nagbe-break down yung laws of physics as we know them. And so yung backtrack natin, nagsa-stop doon. So yung Age of the Universe is, as far as we can tell, it is older than the youngest it will be is this. Parang meron tayong lower bound.
Opo.
Meron tayong upper bound. Lower bound on the age.
Opo.
Kasi yung before that, wala. We don't know.
Opo.
Kasi may mga naalala ko may mga speculations dati na yung universe may multiple contractions and expansions eh. Pero until yung current belief ay until we actually have a good physics for extremely high energies, malabong mag-extrapolate beyond that eh.
Kasi kung ano nga po, kung may ini-theorize mga po nila na baka siguro one day, we will be crashed tapos mag-bing bang on it. Then, how are we so sure that this is the first universe? Or the first Italy?
Yung early cosmology, yun talaga yung pinaka-speculative na part of the physics that we know. I think yung laws of physics at saka yung age ng yung cosmology. May yan eh. Even within physics, may mga domains na for this one, we are 99.99999% sure. For some other domains, yung uncertainty mas malaki. Yung cosmology kasama siya sa mga happy na tayo na up to a factor of 10.
Opo.
Or up to a factor of 100. So, hindi talaga, so yung accuracy ng conclusions natin about cosmology is not so good compared to yung accuracy halimbawa ng quantum electrodynamics.
Opo.
So ano yan eh, yung bringing all areas of physics to those levels of accuracy challenge.
Opo.
And pasok din siya sa kaya nga yung lessons natin so far, di ba? Dealing with uncertainty.
Opo.
Kasi eventually, pag yung mga quoted values ultimately are uncertain. And we have to know, or we have to know how to answer. How sure are we of these numbers?
Opo.
Kaya yung tingnan mo, yung mga estimation problems, nakikita mo na yung mga scientists, they do more sophisticated versions of estimation. Pero it's still estimation. Kasi may mga parts na, for example, yung ginagamit nating method